Now I know what you're thinking. You're like, why do you have a red bucket? Well, we're going to change out another laundromat. Now I know what you're thinking also. You're like, man, you just did a change out video. Well, you viewers deserve multiple change out videos. So I am going to give you another one. Hear that? That's the sound of money. You wanna know what the sound of money is? That's it. Ching, 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 ching. Ching, 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 ching. I had a viewer question about the cost of equipment. It's very hard to list out each piece of equipment for someone because I don't pick the most high-end thing. And for me to sit here and tell you it's $200 for this option, $300 for that option, that isn't gonna work. What I will tell you this is, you think laundromats are easy? I'm gonna show you one of the biggest things that sucks about a laundromat. Now I put my key in there. Now this is the laundromat I have all the homeless and vagrant problems. Those are all 30-pounders. This island here is all 20-pounders. And I'm gonna tell you something, I'm gonna show you something. Now, Crestwood Rocks really likes hard mount machines, okay? We need to clear that up. I got it wrong. I kept saying he liked top loaders. Now, but when we're talking about the top loaders that Crestwood Rocks used to love, they cost about $1,000, $1,100 a piece for a coin-vended top loader, to give you an idea. This 20-pounder here is right around the $2,000 mark for Horizon. Sometimes they're $2,200, just depends again on the options. But a hard mount like this, it can run you more to that $2,500 range. Now I'm talking about the other ones, the $2,000 to $2,500 are what we call soft mount chassis. They basically have a neat system in them so they vibrate without vibrating the whole machine. Hard mount don't have shock absorbers is what it is. And they have bolts into a steel base, which is actually anchored with 6-inch bolts into your concrete floor and grouted in and all that fancy stuff. Now these are 30-pounders. Typically a 30-pounder brand new is gonna run you right around that $3,500 to $4,000 range. Once again, as you get options. Now once you go up from the 30-pounder, there's a 40-pounder. Now 40-pounders will be about another $800, $900 to $1,000 more than that. So they could be the $3,900 to $4,500 range. Coin box is going to be one of your biggest headaches. I don't care if you get ESD, these are Monarch, or if you get, I think Wall, there's another one, I can't think of the name. But I don't care what you get. They all stick. Most of them don't go in and out easy. They stick, they don't go in and out easy. It's just part of it. So I'm sorry to say, but it's another one of those headaches. Now I want to show you something. This laundromat doesn't make as much as my other two, but this is a week. Well, actually this is a couple days. This is like 3 days. That's an 80-pounder. And I'll show you the 50. That's 3 days. Now I told you bigger machines are better. This laundromat probably does about, now your 50-pounders, which they don't make anymore, they make them 60-pounders, okay? 60-pounders run you right around 4,000 something, 4,500 a piece, brand new, okay? That 80-pounder, now they make an 80-pounder and they make a 120-pounder. A 120-pounder can run 12 loads of laundry. it runs right around the 10 grand, 9 to 10 grand mark. An 80 pounder runs you between 8 and 9 grand. You can find a dealer to cut you some deals. I will give you a real ballpark. This laundromat has 4 50 pounders. So let's say they're 60 pounders, because that's what they would have been if I would have bought them brand new. They would have been 60 pounders. So I had 4 60 pounders up here with that 80 pounder, okay? $1,000 to $1,100 a week. Front door, see? And the reason it does is because these big machines, people love big washers. The bigger, the better. And these are proof in it. They hit these up they hit up my 50 pounders, they hit up the 80 pounder. Here I got one that I got a computer issued. So yes, I do have machines out of order. So yes, I do have machines out of order. Now these dryers get so hot in this laundromat, and they work so well because of the venting. I'm going to show you that. I don't know if I showed you that, but they don't make any money. People can put 1 or 2 quarters in, and they put 50 cents in and dry a load, and it takes about 16 minutes. If you vent your dryers right, and you do your makeup air right, I could take an old dryer that's 30 years old and I can make it run better than any brand new dryer you'll ever buy. And like I said before in a video, I had these powder coated. Speed Queen does not make gunmetal gray dryers, guys. And they even have metal flake. My buddy was such a nut. He said, Keenan, I'll put metal flake in there for you and you can kind of see it. He paints cars and he was real excited about this. He's like, oh, this will be neat. These stack dryers, brand new, are gonna cost you about $3,800 to $4,000, maybe $4,200 a piece. 45-pound stacks will cost more like the $3,900 range to $4,500 range. It all depends. Wi-Fi, card system, network, tokens, a kiosk. You can actually have a kiosk in the center of your laundromat. All gonna change it. I get stainless steel with stainless steel drums. That's an extra $200-300 per dryer. Sometimes they charge you per top and bottom. Some dealers don't. It just depends on your dealer. Well, he threw the metal flake in for free for me. And he sandblasted all that to paint it too. So, all right. Now we walk in behind the dryers here at the newest laundromat. And this is the exhaust ductwork. I want you to see behind these dryers. You see any cobwebs? You see any lint? Barely any cobwebs. There's a little dust, but there's no lint back here. And this pipe here, you'll see it sticking out because I actually had a stack in here that I took out and put that 55-pounder in there. And I gotta redo that, I don't like it, but look at this. All the joints are glued, then they're taped wherever we had to change something. This is what it should look like behind your dryers. This is the one with the 6-inch rise. This just makes it easy. You can sit down here and work on your machines. You're not all the way on the ground. Up above, here's the gas line setup. Every unit has its own shutoff switch, and I know what breaker it runs to. I have lighting up on the walls. And then here is the greatest thing about this laundromat. This is makeup air. This is a louvered vent that pretty much stays open. That's enough makeup air. Now there is my exhaust. So I have over about 8 feet. Now if you don't want a lint loop, which is where your lint literally runs right back in your makeup and it runs right back in, because as these dryers suck in air, and they're sucking in air right from here. The air actually comes across in here. And then that's where your makeup air goes in, is right there. And then obviously your exhaust comes out here. If that exhaust air is real close to your makeup air, it literally, these machines will suck the lint, because the lint doesn't have time to drop out of the air. It'll suck it right back into this back room and you'll get a lint loop. And so if you really want to know what a lint loop looks, so I had one laundromat that had a lint loop. My second laundromat. Now you've seen that one where we have the walkway up above and real pretty, and we have real pretty. We got the dryers all lined up, the one with the pole barn metal, and we redid it. That was redone because it was a lint loop. I had lint all over the place. I couldn't clean the machines out fast enough. It gets inside your computers, it ruins everything. So you have to be careful of lint. It ruins everything. It ruins motors. I swear it ruins the bearings too, because I haven't gone through any bearings since I've changed my laundromats over with the makeup air situation. So I just wanted to show you that, but that's why this laundromat doesn't make any money. I had 15 spots for 15 stack 30-pound dryers. I had room for 5, actually 6, 30-pounders, and that's what I quoted was 6. I have 7 20-pound hard mounts, okay? I priced this as a brand new package. Speed Queen was going to sell me this laundromat package. I had to install it without bases. And those bases are like $200-300 a piece. You can actually make them yourself if you have a welder and all that stuff. This equipment 2 years ago was $157,000. They dropped it off in the parking lot out of a semi. I had to unload it. Without a soap machine, without a change machine, is going to cost you about $150,000 to $160,000 dropped out of the truck. That's why when I say $200,000 for a nice size laundromat, I'm including install. I would even venture to say at these days prices, with the way the economy's going, things are going to be more expensive. With the prices going up, because as they pump more stimulus money in the economy, value of things are going to go up. Fuel's going to go up, food's going to go up, everything's going to cost more. It's not going to get cheaper, folks. And so I would say just to build the laundromat, just with the equipment and the install, you're looking at $250 for this setup. Now your change machine, $3,000 to $4,000. Like I said, once again, every option you can pick. This one here cost me $3,600. That soap machine cost me $2,100. My signage in this laundromat, I spent about $500. I spent a bunch of money so people wouldn't tear up my laundromat with signs. Now the lighting in this laundromat, I spent really right around $1,000 on lights. I bought all my lights off eBay. I had them installed by an electrician. Now my electrician charged me $28,000 to rewire this entire building, and that was everything. All the dryer rewiring, all the back room where the water heaters are, all the islands, all the water lines in the ground, a whole new service. This thing has 680 three-phase service coming in. I could make fries in this place. I could have a restaurant. I could do barbecue. I could do all kinds of stuff. I did that for a reason, because three-phase used machines are cheaper. Now this building, to have all the plumbing done, and I'm talking the islands, a brand new water line, water heaters, bathrooms were already done. We just had to tie into them, was actually $30,000. So I had $30,000 in plumbing. I had $28,000 in electrical. I had $58,000. Now I paid $15,000 for this building. So right now, you don't know what I paid for these machines. These dryers, including all the work I did to rehab them, I paid $18,000. Okay? Then I paid, we got people waving. They're talking. I paid basically $10,000 for these 5 machines. I paid $1,000 a piece for these 20-pounders. They were used. So that was $7,000. I paid $5,000 for the 80-pounder up front here. Okay? I paid $5,000 for that. Then I paid another $2,000 a piece for each of these 50-pounders. And the reason they were cheap is because nobody wants three-phase equipment. They were all in good shape. Most of it came out of California. Some of this came out of Chicago, out of these dealers that were rehabbing laundromats, and I got a deal. Now these dryers actually came out of St. John's, Florida, is where they came from. And they weren't gunmetal gray. I stripped all these panels, stripped them completely down, replaced all the sensors, all the ignition boards, all the relays, all the motors, cleaned them from top to bottom, put all new lint trays in them, the screens. Then I had them sandblasted and painted. I even took the drums out and had them sandblasted and painted, because nobody wants to use a dryer that looks like junk. So, and then I bought these used prep tables. I paid $200 a table. I've got 3 of them. And I wish I had more, because I love them the best. People can't tear that up. Don't go buying laundromat tables from a laundromat company because they suck. Even my dealer hates them. He won't sell them because they're junk. If you get them really, really cheap, great, but they're junk. Chairs, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna show you something funny about my garbage cans. That's right, folks. I got my garbage cans from Maynard's. Because Maynard's is dedicated to service and quality. And that's what I need in my laundromat, is service and quality. Because obviously people give a damn, so they tear it all up. So you want service and you want quality, go to Maynard's. Then these chairs. These are Sam's chairs. They were like $9 a piece, $12 a piece. I put a steel bar in them. So I hope that answers the question about cost of machines, because I get that quite a bit. I had a viewer ask that, and I hadn't said anything about it, because it's so different from machine to machine. But like I said, you can go back in this video, look at the 20 pounders, what I said the price was. You know, look at the top loaders, $1,100. Now, if you're going to build a laundromat, this is what I would do. I would have about, it all depends on your volume, but I would have a set of big machines, and I would get, if you're going to get big machines, get 2, if not 3 80 pounders. Then get 4 60 pounders, then 4 40 pounders, and then get some 20 pounders. You know, either do the horizons or the hard mounts. But if you do the hard mounts, just be cautious, because the doors are small, people will not like them as much. In my area, we still have to do top loaders. Now I know Crestwood Rocks will say, I can't believe you're doing top loaders in this day and age. I'm sorry, they do make money, and people actually literally come to my laundromat because I got them. And they don't use as much water as you think. They do and they don't. There's my advice for you. That's what it is for the cost on equipment. I hope that's helpful. Let me know down in the comments if that's not helpful, if there's something else that you're really trying to get out of me. It's hard for me to remember every little thing because I do this so frequently. I look at this stuff and go, oh yeah, that's this much, and that's this, and I would do that. Yeah, that's a no-brainer. I forget the simple stuff because I've been doing it too damn long. So, hey, if you liked the video, don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. Catch you later.